All right, what's up, guys? This is your average mile here with the new 2025 Volvo VNL. I'm going to go ahead and run through a few things about the Volvo and about certain features that it comes with. Granted by the extra transportation company that I am with. It's been a long time. I know it's under the Bravo name, but switched up to the extra name. Still the same price, still the same pay. And grab yourself one of these. So we're gonna go through a few things. I'm not gonna go over specs. If you guys want to know specs, just let me know, and then I can make a different video about this model with comes with the specs, because this is different. It doesn't have really a fully loaded features. It only has some features, but great amenities. So all the other videos that I've been seeing on this truck have been mainly in Russian or a language I just don't understand. So today we're going to make a one in English. So hopefully that all my English speaking people, Americans, will understand what this truck offers, what it brings. Now, I do have the Deer Guard, the new X Guard that you probably might be seeing advertised that comes with this truck. Um, for the X Guard, it has to be a special Pacific um, Deer Guard, so you can uh, mount it onto the vehicle. Now, it's the same format. How I feel about it, it's all right. It feels really close up to the bumper versus on how it looks on the older Volvo. That it looks like there's a little bit more spacing on the rear guard, so it's a little more pushed up on there. I test drove it already. I would probably test drive it again. Not even test drive it, but when I start driving, you guys will see on a different video for that on how everything reacts, how the system works, and all that. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start with the exterior before we go interior because it's very muddy and stuff like that. And I already done tracked some mud inside my truck, so I don't want to keep doing that. So for the most part, what you guys already know, the new design, the way it looks, the more aerodynamic. Not the windshield. The windshield is um interesting. Now, putting the GPS, as you can see right there, the GPS, putting the GPS in the windshield, it's more concave and curved out. Um, GPS a little more further away. It's weird, but I'm end up probably getting used to it anyways. So you have your def cap and your fuel cap. Now, for some reason, now we're at this company. I guess they don't like the rear fairings cab extenders. Now, this is with the fifth wheel all the way to the front. Yep, all the way to the front, and I still got this gap right here. So for most people, this would be probably like in the middle. So we got your fuel tanks. Uh, nice looking little D-shaped fuel tanks. These are 250. Those other fuel tank right over there. This is like a 250-gallon tank out here, right? We have your um, luggage compartment. That's what they call it, the luggage compartment. I was trying to find the name for it. And the way that you get into it, not people talk about it, is well, they do. They show you this, but what they don't tell you is like it's very like you got to put a decent amount of force into it, and it clicks in, and then it pops out. All right, got my stuff in here from the my other truck, which had the other the other Volvos has a little more spacing in here. So when I go home, obviously I'll take some things out that is not needed, and yeah, just work on that. And this is the easy close. Ooh, gotta wipe that off. Let's see. Let's talk about the some. No, I said I wasn't gonna do specs, but let's talk about at least for the front, which are where is the oh, there it is. Right there, the 13.2, how much weight it can hold in the front. And the rear is 19,000 each. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna do under the hood. Actually, for under the hood, I'm gonna need to undo the deer guard, obviously, and pop the hood. But in order to pop the hood, it's simple, simple, simple. You're gonna have it right under here, and then you'll just pull this lever, and the hood pops. So I'll be back with you guys on the once I open up this hood and stuff like that, or once I get the deer guard down, at least, because I'm gonna need 2 hands for that. So I'll see you guys then. All right, so we're gonna talk about, especially if you guys get the deer guard with these trucks, um, you guys need to know how to get this down. I did the other side already, but it's not too hard to where I can't get it with one hand. So the way to do it is that there's no latch. There's nothing to like hold this from moving around, but it's very stable. You just pull all the way and down, and you want to make sure that you raise the handle all the way up, right? Once you raise the handle all the way up, once you pull the deer guard back up, you want to push this down, and you see, as I'm pushing it down, it comes back into the latch, and then you just do it all the way, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get the deer guard down. It's, wow. Okay. It doesn't want to just drop down. You don't have to use too much force on it. That's nice. All right, let's raise it up. Is it? Hold on, make sure. Okay, my fault on that. The hood wasn't 100% latched or unlatched. So you want to get it up to a certain amount, and then you let the hydraulics take it the rest of the way. Unaided. You don't want to touch it. So once you feel like the hydraulics here taking it, don't touch it, because you'll end up messing the hydraulics, and that's going to be a repair an unnecessary repair that you don't want. This is the steer shaft. See how this new piece on here, and I'm pretty sure that's all the electronic to make it feel lighter and stuff like that, because this steering wheel is really light. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Um, okay, at least the power steering is now clear, or not, well, not clear, but you can, I guess I'll do another video, I guess. This is a little bit more on the clear side as well. Same as this, so you can see if you're starting to fill up a little too high. That's all right. Nothing to complain. So on this setup, we do have the disc brakes in the front and drums on the rear. So I need to show y'all drums because y'all know what drums look like. Now, the only reason why I'm going through this really quickly because a lot of you guys seen the outside version of this area. Because obviously, if you don't own it, you really can't go inside and explore um, everything. So everyone's seen this. We all know. Excuse me. We all know what the inside, or yeah, inside the hood looks like. We all know what under the hood. Now, what's different is that they do have this latch. I don't know much of the um, Volvo trucks that have the latch now, but this one does. And pushing it up is just as simple. Oh yeah, and the hood scoop, which is very functional because it channels the wind right through those corners to go in. Is it on both sides? Hold on. Let's make sure. No. You press it down to release. Okay, cool. It's a little bit different than other trucks. And then, oh, that's really light. I was over here prepping myself up. Same thing. Soft close. Let it go. Easy close. Easy lift. This is very light, the way they make it. And then push all the way down. Get it in there. But you gotta make sure that, yep, it latches and grabs on. Then you squeeze down. Because if you don't, it won't be fully latched. So you want to make sure that when you do it like this, you push it down halfway. You see how it grabs it all? Want to make sure it does that part. Then you tighten it down. Make sure it goes all the way to the back where it's almost touching your own bumper. That's pretty much it. Now, we got the headlight design, which looks pretty nice and slick. Let me actually get it out from that zoom. Um, Double DRL lights. Looks very nice. All right, so main thing that I know what we're gonna want to talk about is the inside of the truck, right? The inside of the truck, man. All right. I've been busy put you guys on my mount here. Just give me a minute so I can take my gloves off. All right. So we still have the same telescopic feature. You know, when it comes to the steering wheel, up and down, and tilting action. Now, what we all want to see, because nobody really talks about it, is the dash. At least that's what I wanted to see. All right, we cut it on to the on position. You got your battery operated power and your engine light, which always is on when you are um, when you're what you call it, just in the on status. It goes off here though, which is pretty nice. So the steering wheel setup is a little bit more different. Um, Same brake light, interrupters, thank you light, no, LED over lights and thank you lights, voice command, call buttons, skipping tracks, your settings. This is be your settings here. So everything on the original Volvo that you guys knew is different now with this setup right here. So if let me see, put it down so you guys can get a little more better on that zoom. Go to our settings, different your notifications, your trip meters. In order to reset your trip, if you want to reset the trip, you will just push the when you're on here, once you go to hit the settings button, right? Now you're on there, and then you hit once you're highlighted over, hit the OK button. It's either gonna say pause it to where it is not counting the miles no more, or you hit reset. And then it just will automatically reset that. Um, and you got 3 of those. What else can we talk about? Parking climate. So everybody's for here, everybody's gonna be different because not everybody's gonna have the same setup. I don't have like the AC control and stuff like that, but this is timers where you can have it cut on to heat up or cool or air out your truck so it's not so unbearable when you hop in it. That's if you have like a schedule type of thing, or if you're away from your truck and you know what time you're going to come back to your truck or something like that. It will do that. Um, Tire status monitoring. This basically kind of tells you like the air pressure and the temperature. I don't know why the right one ain't picking up. Okay, so it picks up. Okay. I'm pretty sure it'll pick up later on after a while. Now you can cool enough, you can hook it up for your trailer too. If you are married to your trailer, you can get the same systems or setup for your trailer. Um, but until then, we don't got that. But that's something interesting because it never did show zero, even though my tire is not at zero. But there are things that we're supposed to be for right now. You have your alarm to wake you up. You got the vehicle settings, cameras if you have them. Your blind spot monitoring, uh, auxiliary heater and stuff like that for your climate, road signs, management. If you want to be more comfortable, like if you want to prioritize your comfort or the battery, auto brightness, which means the screen obviously will auto brighten and dim depending on your need. Roller bench mode is for when you put your truck on the dyno. You know, because obviously it says dyno right there, but it's when you put your truck on the dyno and it realizes it will do it automatically as well. But if you know your truck is on a dyno or you're about to test out the horsepower and stuff, you can just do it this way. System volumes. This goes for your safety warnings or any alerts that will pop up, turn signals, and just system notifications. You can turn them all down, um, leave them up, turn them up higher if you're a little more hard of hearing. And we have your maintenance, pre-trip track check. Uh, tells you when the water needs to be drained. Clean parking heater. Now, okay, cleaning the parking heater is it's going to be advised to do this quite often, especially during the winter months. It can always operate pretty efficiently. Software. You can get live over the air software updates just like any of your phones, which will make it anything better. Since all this is software based, you can get everything, you know, put in. Um Vehicle data. You can see all the information about the vehicle, regeneration, transponder for the key fob, which I do have one of those, and you testing your cluster, testing the uh, instrument cluster, which all that's going to do is make everything light up. So display test. Make sure all your colorations are correct. And then once you're satisfied with that, you'll just click the OK button. And then the hard telltale symbols, which will be everything on the outside. All right. And speaker test. And that's pretty much it. Um, that's pretty much it for the information or for your settings and stuff like that. Now, when you just hit the button down, get a different type of layout. Also, before we even do that, if I hit over, you can change. So you see that I got engine oil, transmission, turbo, engine coolant, all this oil pressure, oil temp, voltmeter, battery status. Um, this will only you can only get this reading when the truck is off, and the same things. Versus all over the place. I like to leave mine on this battery status for the most part. Now, when you scroll down and you get on to this section right here, you only have, if you pay attention to right here, you have home and then two little sections right here. And that right there, and boom, right? And then you get all your statuses of everything that you want to know. On the bottom, see these little dots right here. You only got this little three sections. That's pretty much it. when it comes to that. I like to leave it there on the second down the home because the home it has this little yeah, this is like fancy and dancing stuff like that. I don't really like that. I like the speed right here. The tachometer is going to be here on the bottom. Speed display right there on the top. Defo over to your right. Fuel over to your left. Now we're going to talk about the number one thing is that what you're going to notice that's different from the older last gen Volvo from this gen Volvo is the fact that you used to have like a green bar that'll go like left and right based on your throttle response on how hard you're pushing on that throttle. And basically, that's not there no more. Right now, we have this gallons per hour meter right here. So that meter, when the truck is on, it's going to show, it's going to tell you the readings of the response of what you're going to be getting, like how International does it, right? It's going to do that. Your average is what's going to be showing, displaying as your fuel mileage of what you're getting currently. And that's going to be, this is going to be from your fuel, your average MPGs from trip number one. So now, as you can see, trip number one right there. And your actual mileage right here, time displayed over there. And yeah, so that's pretty much it when it comes to the cluster. Not much. Now you have your stock for your drivetrain. It's going to be totally different versus you pushing buttons here or having a little shifter right here. Um, it takes time to get used to because I'm always trying to push buttons when you just need to do turn. Um, Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. If you ever guys ever driven a Volvo, what's different is the wiping the window for the one time, right? So this hollow circle right here is for when you just push it in the one time. It just does that one little sweep, right? That's it. And then if you want to spray like your windows if it's dirty or whatever, you hold it down. So it's like it's 3 clicks. So after it gets done wiping, it's gonna go down and it's gonna do one more wipe. And that one wipe is just like, because sometimes it'll be streaming down, so it just wants to get that real quick. Um, I think that's pretty darn cool. Obviously, if you pull this back, you get your brights, um, get your turn signals. Oh, it's hurt. The sound of the turn signals is way different now. So now you have the sound of your turn signals. A little more soft and pleasant to my ears. Um, you have a heating on a timer, right? Heating on a timer and just heating permanent, right? Just it's just on. Instead of you, because if you didn't know, if you're in the older Volvo, it's just one for your mirrors, right? So, but if you push it down, click it once, it just is temporary. But if you hold it down on the older generation, it stays on until you turn your truck off and whatnot. The only thing I have not tested on this yet is I'm going to test, but I'm not going to do this. This is just basically an overview video on certain things of the trucks. Like other videos I'm going to make on the truck about certain different things. If you guys made it to this far up to this video, and if you guys want me to talk about other things of this truck, like anything else you're interested in looking or finding out about it, please let me know. And either that video might be coming up in the future, or I probably don't even know if I need to make it or not. But if you want to know, please let me know. I'll make a video of it, plain and simple. Back to what we were talking about. Get your mirrors left and right. It's easy. Click it. It lights up. That means it's ready to be moved to where you want it. Click again. Displays off. I don't know if this is just my truck or this is basically every other spec, right? But there's no automatic, you know, window. Doesn't roll up. Doesn't roll down one time. Like one push. You got to do it yourself. Right? It goes down and you got to hold it. Same thing with going up. You got to hold it. One thing I do like when a truck is off, Even if after it's off, like 5 hours later, somebody comes knocking on your door for some reason, you don't need to turn the key into the on position or turn your truck into the on position. Turn that off for now. You don't need to do none of that because it still supplies power, right? So let's talk about a little feature on this side right here, because this truck is like what most fleets are going to have for their trucks, probably. It's going to be your light check, and then cutting your dash off completely so you don't see nothing, and your lights, and then your dimmer. Right, very simple. Um, Now we're going to get over here to the best part, which if your truck is equipped with these lines on the windshield, all that wraps all the way around, you get this button right here, which is a windshield heater. All right, this is what this symbol means. Um, I don't have all the button features, unfortunately, but we're going to talk about the radio, which is basically the way it looks and the way it's going to be set up. Got your parking climate heater right there, aka like access to your bunk heater. Cooling. If you want it to be on cool, you'll turn this power on, turn the air on, and it circulates cool air. Um, Not really 100% like ice cold air, but cold enough to keep you right. So you got these lane departure. This is like the warning for when it feels like you're tired and it wants to take and it keeps telling you to take a break. If you're getting tired of that, you push that because it's going to be on while you're driving. You push it, it cuts it off. I don't know if it's temporary because again, you saw how many miles that truck had. Barely went anywhere. I mean, I basically got it at that mileage. So, anyways, your front collision, if you want to turn that temporary off, you should definitely turn this. So this is two buttons, right? For the lane assist for the steering wheel, it's going to, because the steering wheel does want to correct itself a lot. Push it down when you see that line bar like off. That means it's not engaged. It's not going to try to correct itself in the lane. You see this? This is for the lane departure as well, for the warning. And I advise you to turn these off during probably more likely in construction zones because that steering wheel, it does feel super light when you're turning and it will shock you. Um, for your auto brake and stuff like that. Sliding the fifth wheel. What else? These are wet so you can actually see it. So yeah, sliding the fifth wheel, your traction control, and your air dump, right? Very Indian, your axle lock, locking the axles. Very simple. Now we want to see about these trailer brakes or these your valve buttons, right? No longer just knobs anymore, right? So we're gonna turn the truck on. We want to see if you hear the air coming out, right? Mm. Oh, like something flail. Probably something light, probably something had on the edge. Anyways, all right. So in order. Now you think like, oh yeah, it should be light now. No, it's not. It's not light in this mode, right? When you just have it everything engaged, it's not light. So in order to engage, you just push. Push on the brake. But yeah, you push, light goes out. And then when I pull it, I'm going to pull it. Let's see. I don't know if you guys are able to hit them little sparks, but that's all it did. So now push this in. It's applying air to the trailers. Give it a few seconds because I think the air that's going to start hitting in the back. So we can go ahead and pull it. Yep. And just like that, it engages. This is the part where the steering wheel is like really light. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It's super light, right? And let me tell you, look, I'm gonna use the steering wheel. Yeet the steering wheel. Just it's so it's there. It's like it gets a little tighter when you're backing, just a little bit, but it's still light. So that, and if I'm not mistaken, these should engage if I take my foot off the brake and if I open up this door or get out of my seat. But I'm going to stay in the seat just in case it doesn't, to protect myself from, uh, you know, from the roll. So I'm gonna leave it on here for on these brakes. Take my foot off in 3, 2, 1. Foot off the brake. Open up the door. There we go. I didn't do anything else. Took my foot is off the brake and then engaged the parking. So that's very handy. For a lot of people that need it, that be forgetting to put these brakes on because they gave me a big fat warning on there. We're gonna do it again so you can see the warning. All right, it's in neutral, foot off the brake, and I think if I set it from the seat, is there a sensor on the seat? No, I think it's just from the door. So door, and that's the warning that it gives me, right, before anything else. Alrighty, so I think we're ready to head into the back of the sleeper, right? Don't mind the mess because I am still working to take the Crocs off. Yes, I'm wearing slides because it's easier to get them on and off my foot. So I'm track all this dirt for this video into my truck. So move these out the way. I'm still trying to put everything in storage, trying to find where I want to put everything. So bear with me. Right now we are. All right. Anyways, so we already know about the lights. You guys will be able to see that for yourself. Now, bunk heater action. You click that, leave it alone, don't touch it because you click it. You need to click it. Make sure, and you click it again to make sure that it's on. Leave it on auto, right? Leave that on auto. You can set the temperature on how hot you want that the bunk heater to work. I'm going to cut mine off. I double click it off because that bunk heater is going to start like very quickly. It does. It starts up very quickly. Uh, you got the same settings for your like your sound, you know, stuff like that. Um, Very simple. Very simple setup. For the air, you guys just want air from like the AC when it's summer. You click on that. Obviously, you're gonna have to click on it twice when it's off. But we got it on, right? So on, we set a temperature like we do 62, right? 62 for the temperature, and then you're gonna want to turn the fan speed up because it's gonna be down. At least on my truck, it's automatically down. The air does not come through the vents. It comes from down below, like literally down below, underneath the bed. I can feel it, the air coming out, right? So that's like the AC portion of it. Um, if you have it set on auto, it's just gonna be quiet. You don't want to have it on auto. It doesn't matter because when you have turn the air on, it's going to um, cut on anyways, right? So that's pretty much how you work it. I know you guys can hear the air, but this is how you pretty much work for for this compartment. Because a lot of people, when they made the video, they don't talk about this portion. You got USB-C everywhere. You have, and our trucks that are provided once you put the money down for it, we have wireless charging to go up from there. Um, Floor lightings and roof lightings. I don't have the custom little piece right here that goes right there, and right there. Lighting, you got these janky lights. Again, I'm still trying to put storage in place so everything could be nice and smooth. Got the PS5 Pro sitting over there. Again, I'm going to organize it. Just wanted to make a quick video for you guys about it. This is where I have my oven slash air fryer. It's an air fryer and oven. Um, it's it's on there pretty good because I have already tested it out on the drive. Right, you have these storage cabinets. You push it, and yeah. Oh, another thing, right? That I was so confused about when it came to this. Let me zoom out. Let me have this zoom down. Actually, let me cut the light on for here. Okay, there we go. So this right here works separately from these straps. Did not know that, but now you do. But these belt loops, right? In order to lift them up, you got to push this in and you lift it up by itself. So lift it up from the base up there, click it, snap it in place. Same thing on two sides. This little flat lever is what you use to lift up and raise up, right? Do like that, it releases tension, and then when you close it, it put tensions on it, so you can still roll it down, but as far as things coming out back this way, not happening. Your ladder, take off that plastic piece. You guys can see me take more plastic piece off. 250 pounds max weight limit. Like we all, when we have storage, be following that weight capacity limit. Anyways, so this ladder, you know, a lever, you pull, drops out. So we already know how the Volvo ladder works. If you guys did not know how to pull your ladder out, that's how you do it, right? So hit that, get that out the way. So pretty much that is all of the settings or everything that you need to know about this Volvo VNL, right? That's all you guys need to know when it comes to it. Like I said, if you guys want to see any more different, anything new about it from different videos of what I'm already going to make, please let me know in the comments uh, below. But yeah, I will be talking about installing the CB. The setup's pretty much the same, but it's a little bit different. Basically simple stuff like that. Driving with the truck, simple stuff. So other than that, this has been your average mile. Peace.